Welcome, everybody. We are doing a parody script of the song, movie, book, whatever, The Christmas Shoes. You don't need to have seen it or heard it to understand it. It's just very silly parody of Christmas specials and Christmas movies. I'm Colin. I wrote whatever this is, and I'll be the narrator as well.
I'm Tom. I play Rob Thies, an overworked lawyer. I'm also playing Rick, and I'm also playing a passerby.
I'm CK, and I'm playing Wise Man Balthazar and Sandra Thies, and I'm also playing the cashier.
I'm Fletch, and I'm playing Regina Thies, Macon Ridgely, and Caspar the Wise Man.
I am Susan. I'm playing the challenging role of Nora and a lawyer.
I'm Joe. I'm playing Stan Brooke, as well as Mick the gangster and the bartender.
I am John Beers, aka Beersy. I am playing Evan, a 9-year-old boy, and Santa, a Santa Claus.
I'm Amy, and I'm playing Tiffany Landon, the owner of Landon's department store, as well as a doctor and a young woman.
I'm Asa Bassa. I'm playing Walt Landon, an elderly father, as well as a merchant and a housekeeper.
I am Mike. I will be playing Melchior, a wise man.
I'm Jared, and I'll be reading the stage directions.
We will get started with Christmas Shoes.
Exterior, the desert, night. We open on a shot of the desert at night and see the narrator.
We all know about the most important objects of Christmas: stockings we hang up, the manger that held the baby Jesus, the Christmas tree. But there's one that often gets left out of the telling: the Christmas shoes. Oh, you've never heard of the Christmas shoes? Well, they go back a long ways, more than 2,000 years.
Narrator walks away. Sand blows over the desert. Two of the Magi, Melchior and Caspar, ride forward on camels, bearing gold and frankincense, respectively.
Ah, Caspar, what did you get for the young king?
The finest frankincense my country could offer. I figured it was only right. And you, Melchior?
Gold.
Good. I wasn't worried about you, though. It's Balthazar who concerns me.
He is the worst gift giver I have ever met.
The title of wise man isn't exactly fitting for him.
Last year, for his wife's birthday, he got her one free cherry ribbon.
That was it?
Yep.
And they say love is dead.
A camel is heard racing, trying to catch up. Balthazar rides up, exhausted, a box in his hand.
Sorry. I saw the start and I had to get my things together so quickly. You'd think they give you more prep time for one of these things.
The three Magi ride on together.
What have you got in there?
A small gift for the baby. You know, it felt right. Oh, I see you two did the same.
These aren't small gifts, Balthazar. They are gifts worthy of a king.
Right. So is this.
Spill it, Balt. What's in there?
Shoes.
Shoes? That's it? You see a star guiding you to a king, and your first thought is, oh, is he a size 8 or a size 9?
No, my first thought was those astronomy classes paid off after all.
You can't just go up to a king and say, here, have some shoes.
Well, what did you two bring that is so high and mighty?
Gold.
Frankincense.
Crap. You two really spared no expense, huh? I guess it's a little too late to go back now.
In the distance, the three see a merchant running a small stand.
What's he doing up there?
Myrrh, get your myrrh here.
Selling stuff in the middle of the night? Can't imagine that's going over well.
Myrrh, get your myrrh here. The only place to get myrrh this side of Nazareth. Use it for all your ecclesiastical or burial needs. Get your myrrh here.
What's myrrh?
It's got to be better than shoes, whatever it is.
Right. Worth a shot.
Balthazar rides up to the merchant and gets off his camel.
Myrrh, get your myrrh here. Only the finest for you on this fine evening.
You just stand in the middle of the desert yelling that all night?
My mercantile showmanship worked on you, didn't it?
Do you deal in trades? I bought a gift that I thought would be appropriate for an upcoming event, but these two guys here told me it isn't. I think what you're selling might be better suited for it.
Sure thing. Let me take a look.
Balthazar hands the shoebox to the merchant.
Ah, yes, very nice. They're not exactly my style, but I'm sure someone would like them. I think we can make a trade.
The merchant reaches down and pulls out a vial of myrrh.
Now, this doesn't look like much, but it's expensive stuff. Make sure they know that.
I will. Thank you. What exactly is myrrh?
It's a gum resin extracted from a few small thorny tree species of the Commiphora genus belonging to the Burseraceae family.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Balthazar takes the vial of myrrh and gets back on his camel. The Magi ride on. The merchant takes the shoes out of the box and puts them on the counter.
Shoes! Get your shoes here!
A desert storm begins and a heavy wind begins to blow. The shoes blow away and the merchant starts chasing after them. But it is a lost cause. The shoes blow far away, out of the desert and across the ocean. Exterior, a mansion, night. The present day, outside the mansion of Macon Ridgely, the richest man in a small town.
It is said that the Christmas shoes always go where they are needed most. Of course, it occasionally takes them some time to get there.
The shoes land right in front of Macon's house. The next morning, Macon walks out of his house and sees the shoes on his front stoop.
Yay! Merry Christmas to me.
Macon picks up the shoes and chucks them as far as he can. Interior, the Thies home, day. The home of Rob Thies, a successful lawyer, his wife Sandra, and their 13-year-old daughter Regina.
Don't forget, Dad, the Thanksgiving choir concert is tomorrow night at 7.
Thanksgiving? Really? Are there Thanksgiving songs?
Just promise me you'll be there, Dad.
Yes, of course, Reggie. 7 o'clock, Thanksgiving concert. I'll come right from work.
Rob, you work too much. Do you really have to go right from work?
Honestly, I've got case law sitting on my desk just waiting to be done. It's going to be a long day, and so will tomorrow.
You and that case law.
I'm a lawyer.
Well, work isn't everything.
It's my busy season. Sorry, later.
Rob walks out.
He's not going to make it, is he?
Give him a chance.
It's St. Patrick's Day, Easter, Flag Day, Independence Day, Labor Day, and Halloween all over again.
Exterior, Main Street, day. Rob is driving to work. He sees a pair of shoes sitting in the road, considers running them over, but instead decides to get out of his car. He picks up the shoes and drives to a store nearby. Exterior, Landon's store, day. Landon's department store, a small department store in town. Walt Landon, a senile old man who has worked there since presumably the beginning of time, is sweeping outside. Rob walks up to him, shoes in hand.
Morning, Robert. I haven't seen much of you lately.
Hey, Walt. I almost ran over these shoes in the road back there. I figured they were from your store. Maybe if someone bought them and lost them, it would be helpful for you to have them.
Well, I'm not sure if we sell these or not, but we'll definitely take them anyway.
Tiffany Landon, the owner of the store and Walt's daughter, walks out.
Tiff, Robert found these shoes on the road over there and figured they had come from here.
They don't look like anything we sell at the moment, to my knowledge, but I'll definitely check.
We'll put them on clearance otherwise.
No, we won't, Pop.
Some schmuck will buy them.
I can't imagine any human being wanting these ugly shoes. Who knows, though? Thanks, Rob.
Rob walks away.
Back in my day, you could have gotten these shoes for just a few dollars. Now,
Focus on sweeping the stoop, Pop.
sell those shoes.
Yes, I'm sure they'll put us out of debt. Sell them for $100,000 and we'll stay open.
You know, back in the 30s, you could.
Regina, Rob's 13-year-old daughter, walks up to Tiffany with a flyer.
Save the manger scene.
What now?
The manger scene. Macon Ridgely is trying to make us move the manger scene because it's too religious.
I mean, it is religious, isn't it?
The manger scene has stood in the town square every Christmas for 100 years. Now he says we have to move it to a church because it's a religious display.
Wait, which church? Main Street Church of God?
That's the one.
It's like 20 feet away.
This is an attack on our religious freedoms.
Shouldn't you be in school?
They let us out for this very important extracurricular activity. Will you help us with our choir fundraiser?
Tiffany reads over the flyer.
20 feet is how far Satan tempted Jesus to walk. Well, that doesn't even make sense.
So you won't?
I'm working on saving my store. How about a fundraiser for that? Yeah, I didn't think so. Happy holidays.
See? Our religious freedoms are being attacked in our very town.
Glad you're out there fighting the important battles.
Seriously? Nothing you can donate?
Do you want these ugly shoes?
Sure.
Okay, great. Consider it a donation. Put them in the manger scene or whatever.
Don't give those shoes away.
Just sweet pop.
Thank you.
Regina walks away happy.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking I wanted to end that pointless debate. Poor girl, not her fault, but how pointless.
Exterior, Brooke family home, night. That evening, a doctor, a stethoscope around her neck, approaches the door and knocks. The father, Stan, opens the door.
Evening, Doc. Didn't know doctors still made house calls.
Well, in this case, I thought I should come by and talk to you in person.
Sure, come on in.
Interior, Brooke family home, night. The doctor enters the home of the Brooks, who are movie poor, meaning their house is ridiculously lavish, but slightly smaller than Rob's. Stan joins his wife, Nora, on the couch, and the doctor sits across from them.
It's bad, isn't it? I can tell.
Yes, being able to tell how bad it is based solely on feeling happens to be one of the symptoms.
What is it, Doc?
Your son's not around?
No, Evan is sleeping upstairs.
Mrs. Brooke, I don't know how to tell you this, but this is the worst case of movie sickness I've ever seen.
Excuse me? Movie sickness?
Yes, cinema vegetae is its proper name. You've never heard of it?
No.
Okay, well, you know in movies a person gets really sick over the course of the film, but they never exhibit any physical symptoms beyond maybe a light cough or something? Even as they're on death's door, they still look perfectly beautiful and even angelic?
Nora coughs.
Oh no.
Yes, I'm afraid that's what you have.
How long will I make it?
At least until the third act.
Is there anything you can do?
Me? No. There's a specialist in New York who knows a lot about this.
New York? That's a long trip for us. As you can see, we're barely getting by. Plus, my brother went to the New York City once and he never came back.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. He just lives there now.
Anything you can do beyond that?
Sometimes something pops up early in the movie that goes on to be the cure later. It's been known to happen.
Thanks, Doc.
The doctor leaves.
So, Nora, let's head up to New York tomorrow and see how soon he can see you.
What? No, we have this choir thing tomorrow night.
Well, yeah, but this is movie sickness. It's serious. You're just a volunteer. It's not like it's your job.
I can't let those kids down.
Interior, the school auditorium, day. The next morning, the choir is lining up on the risers. Nora is sitting at the piano.
Now, I know we have the big Thanksgiving concert tonight, but first things first. We have to talk about the manger scene. Bring in the leaderboard.
Rob's wife, Sandra, brings in a board with various names and a marker.
Olivia, you raised an additional $300 in donations this week.
Ow.
We don't worry about how. We just need the money to move the manger scene.
How will money help?
Regina, maybe you shouldn't complain about it until you learn how much you raised this week.
Are we like paying off the guy or what?
Regina, how much money did you make this week?
Well, no money.
Are you trying to lose your choir solo?
But I did get these shoes.
Sandra holds up the fancy Christmas shoes.
Sorry, they were all I could get.
Nora is strangely drawn to them.
No, those are fine. I like them. They can help. You can keep your solo. Sandra, you can put them in the box there. Now, remember, we really want to convince people about this manger scene thing. If Macon Ridgely forces us to move it, what's next? No Christmas songs at the Christmas pageant?
He's not on the school board. I don't think that's...
You get the idea. We give up one thing, we give up everything. Now, let's move into rehearsing our first song for the Thanksgiving concert. Be gracious in everything and give your brother the benefit of the doubt.
Later, The choir members are filing out. Nora begins to cough.
You going to be okay for tonight, Nora?
Yeah, it's nothing. Go on ahead. I'll see you tonight.
All right. If you need anything, don't hesitate to call.
I'm fine. I promise.
Sandra
take
picks
this
up
up.
the box with the shoes in it.
I'll take these up to the music room for you.
No, please. I've got it. Don't worry.
Sandra puts the box down and walks away. When everyone else has left except for Nora, Ridgely's henchmen, Mick and Rick, enter from another door.
They gone?
We made sure to wait out in there until they were gone. Didn't want to upset the kiddies.
They're gone.
Mick picks up the shoes.
Say, Rick, what are these?
I don't know, Mick. They don't look relevant to choir practice.
What do you want, guys? I've got a busy day.
Mick and Ridgely is getting nervous about what you're saying about him.
He's not a man who likes to be bothered.
It's the town manger scene. Come on. Give us this one. What does he care about it anyways? When did he get on a political streak?
He has his reasons.
And what would they be?
Just be careful. We might just stop by the Thanksgiving concert tonight, see if you have anything to say about our boss.
Yeah, you better watch what you say.
Maybe we'll just take these shoes if you don't.
No.
Mick loudly drops the shoes in the box.
Just be careful. We know where they are. Come on, Rick.
Be careful.
Mick and Rick leave. Interior, the Thief's Kitchen, night. Sandra and Regina are having dinner that night, before the choir concert. The phone rings.
That's probably your father.
Sorry, honey, I can't come to your concert. I have to defend my client in a triple homicide.
That was one time. I'm sure he's calling to say he's on his way.
Sandra picks up the phone.
Hey, Rob, I'll put your daughter on.
No, that's okay. I'm just...
Sandra hands Regina the phone.
Mom, he's not going to come.
Hi, honey. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. I've got all this case law spread out on my desk in front of me, and I can't walk away.
Promise me you'll come to the Christmas Eve one.
When is it?
Bye, Dad.
Interior, Macon Ridgely's home, night. Macon is seated at his huge dining room table eating a steak when his housekeeper enters with Mick and Rick.
Mick and Rick, sir.
Thanks.
The housekeeper leaves, and Mick and Rick sit down.
Did I tell you to sit?
No, boss.
Of course not, boss.
They stand back up.
So you went down to the school and talked with Mrs. Brooke?
Sure did, boss.
She get the message?
Of course.
And what was the message?
Not to say too much about you at the concert tonight.
Or what?
Huh?
You told not to say too much about me at the concert tonight, or what would happen?
Well, there were some shoes we threatened to take.
That was it?
They were nice shoes, boss.
Oh, I swear you two are the worst gangsters. You have to make a specific threat or you don't sound, threatening. Stealing some shoes isn't exactly going to do it.
I don't know. They had what's the word?
Aura?
Yes, they had an aura about them.
Macon slams his fist on the table.
I can't take Aura to the bank. Threaten her job.
But she's a volunteer choir director.
Plus, she seemed kind of sick.
I don't care. You two come up with something. You're the gangsters.
Yes, sir, boss.
Rick, you going to the concert tonight to see what happens?
Of course, boss. Even got my costume.
Rick puts on a name tag that says, "Hi, my name is Timmy. Second
Sure.
grade."
Oh, sure, whatever.
Hi, I'm Timmy.
No, I've got it. Please don't do that. I think you can just go.
Sorry, he's into the costumes.
I'm off to the choir concert.
Great. But seriously, lose the voice.
Yes, boss. Yes, boss.
Rick leaves.
Why do you care about the manger scene so much, boss?
I have my reasons. You don't need to know everything. I've got some paperwork for you to work on tonight.
Why do I always got to do the paperwork?
You know Rick, he doesn't read too well. I don't trust him with that kind of thing.
Interior, school music room, night. Nora is putting the shoes in a safe and locking it with a key.
Of course, Nora knew she wasn't the only one who wanted those shoes. She did everything in her power to make sure that Macon Ridgely's henchmen wouldn't get them, but across town, someone else was hatching a plan.
Interior, Landon's department store, night. Tiffany is sitting at her front desk doing paperwork. Walt knocks on the door and enters.
Hey, Pop, how's the sweeping?
A customer just asked if we sell that universal key still.
Yeah, I think so. Should be in aisle 5.
Agreed, thanks. Oh, and the billy clubs.
Same aisle.
Interior, the school auditorium, night. Nora is standing on stage going into a rant as the choir waits impatiently to sing.
As Nora told the audience how she felt about Macon Ridgely.
And one time I heard he ran out on the hill at the Cocoa Pub. Is this the man you want to tell where to put a manger?
Walt Landon was taking back what he believed was his.
Exterior, music room, night. Walt is standing outside the music room, dressed head to toe in black, carrying a billy club. He smashes the window of the music room, reaches his hand through, unlocks the door, and walks in.
Now, where's that universal key?
Walt reaches into his pocket and pulls out the key. He walks over to the safe, unlocks it with the key, and takes the shoes out. Right as he is about to leave, Rick walks in.
What's an honest businessman like Walt Landon doing here, eh?
You stop right there. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think I do. You want them shoes. Sadly, so do I.
Well, I don't think they're your size.
Rick pulls out 2 guns.
What size is that? 22, 44?
Walt hits Rick over the head with the billy club and runs away with the shoes, laughing like an old prospector. Later, after the choir concert, Rick is still lying on the floor, alive but in pain. Nora walks in, sees the scene, and screams.
Ah! Help!
She sees Rick on the floor.
Oh, forget it. Nothing to worry about.
Hey, you don't take me seriously as a threat?
Nah, not without the other one. Plus, you look a little incapacitated there. Where are the shoes?
Gone.
Who got them?
I forget.
You forget? How could you forget?
I got in the head with the freaking billy club. That I remember. I was trying to stop someone from taking them.
Sure you were.
Even if I wasn't, I didn't get them. You can see that, right?
Nora looks around.
I suppose so.
So you'll let me go and we'll pretend this didn't happen, right?
I need a favor in return.
Of course, anything.
You can't tell anyone this, but I'm sick. Very sick. I need a donor. You have connections, right?
I like to think I have a few.
Good. I'll get you the doctor's full diagnosis. It was kind of vague and confusing, but I'm sure you'll be able to find someone who can help.
Yeah, I will.
Good. You better.
And if I don't?
What?
What if I don't find one? There's always an "and if you don't, I'll do this" kind of threat.
Oh, right. Well, if you don't, you'll be sorry.
Interior, the Brook home, night. Nora and Stan are sitting in their living room that night, discussing the events of the day. Their son, Evan, should be in bed, but he is listening to their conversation at the top of the stairs, a pad and pen in hand.
Gangsters?
Just one. That's not even the scary part.
I feel like that's the scary part, Nora. I'm calling the police.
No, don't. I've got it under control.
Nora, gangsters can't just walk into a music room and threaten my wife. I'm calling the police.
They're on his payroll.
Whose?
Macon Ridgely. I know you're not from here, but that's how things work in this town.
I'll call the Marines.
The what? What are they going to do?
I don't know. It sounded right.
It's fine, Stan. I negotiated with the gangster. We just have to figure out who stole the shoes. I need those red and green dancing shoes back.
Aren't there bigger issues at play, like your health?
Evan is sitting at the top of the stairs, shocked.
Stan, I've got this. I have my priorities in order. Just trust me. I know how this town works. I just need to get those shoes.
Evan scribbles down, "Find the shoes" on his notepad.
When are we going to tell Evan?
About the shoes? I can't imagine he would care.
About you?
Oh, in time. Let him be innocent a little longer.
Exterior, Landon's department store, day. The next morning, Evan has walked to Landon's and is speaking with Walt.
My mom is dying and I need to get her some Christmas shoes.
What?
It's going to be my mom's last Christmas and I need to get her the perfect gift.
And you think that would be shoes?
She was talking about them. I know they're what she wants.
Well, we got a bunch of new shoes from last delivery. Hope you find what you want.
Evan walks inside and over to the shoe department. After some searching, he finds the red and green shoes that his mom wanted. He sees that they cost $59.99.
$60?
Evan reaches into his pocket and pulls out all the money he has, $2.
All right, just $58 to go. I can get this by Christmas for sure. I just need to get a job.
Evan sees Tiffany walking by.
Excuse me, can I get a job here?
Aren't you like 12?
9.
Sorry, that wouldn't be legal. Now, if you want to get in on the production end of things, I'm sure they'd hire you. You didn't hear that from me, though.
Exterior, the Brook home, day. That afternoon, Evan has set up a lemonade stand.
Lemonade! Get your fresh squeezed lemonade here, just $58.
It's almost December, kid.
Later, Evan has reworked the lemonade stand.
Hot lemonade! Get your fresh squeezed hot lemonade here.
Well, Evan, he tried just about everything to raise money to buy his mom those shoes. He sold his baseball card collection. He sold his coin collection. He tried to sell his body to science. Well, that didn't work. He tried to sell his body to history. Christmas was drawing closer, and he was getting concerned.
Interior, Evan's room, night. Evan is sitting on his bed, counting his money.
$5.82. I need a new plan.
Evan was about to try something he promised himself he'd never do.
Interior, Brook family home, living room, night. Evan walks downstairs where his mom is lying in a hospital bed.
Heading out.
Later, son.
Don't forget your coat.
Evan leaves. Later, Stan is attending to Nora when there's a knock on the door. Stan gets up to answer it and sees Santa Claus on the other end with one reindeer.
Hello?
Yes, does Nora Brooke live here?
Yes, that's my wife. Who are you?
Come on in.
Maybe don't bring that with you.
Santa has already walked the reindeer in.
All right, or do.
Now, I heard through the holly jolly grapevine that someone needed to see Donner.
Mister, I think you may have the wrong house.
No, I was specifically told that Nora Brooke needed a Donner. Of course, I can't just give my reindeer away, but I'm happy to bring the old girl out for visits.
Going to kill him.
What?
A donor. I said I needed a donor, not Donner.
Oh, no.
You put it out that you needed a donor? Where?
The wrong place, apparently.
Interior, Macon Ridgely's dining room, night. Macon is sitting at his dining room table when his housekeeper enters.
A young boy to see you, sir.
Child support?
What?
What month was he born? I'm trying to do the math.
Evan walks in.
Never mind. Hello.
You probably don't know who I am, but I need money.
Told you. Who's your mother?
Nora Brooke. That's actually why I'm here.
Nora. No, I don't think I remember her.
I don't think you know her.
Oh, good. I was worried.
Well, you should be, because she's very sick, and I'm trying to buy her a very special Christmas gift.
And?
I don't have the money. I heard you might be able to help me with that.
How old are you, kid?
9.5. I heard Mick and Rick weren't much older than that when they started.
Where'd you hear that?
I asked them.
Look, kid, I'm not going to hire you as one of my henchmen. I already have two, and it's hard enough to find work for them to do sometimes. It's a small town. Try making money the honest way. How much do you need?
$54.17.
That's specific. You tried,
Yeah, I tried a lemonade stand.
You sold the baseball card collection?
Yeah, the narrator covered all this already.
I did.
All right. Okay, let me think. You know some people in your school's choir?
Yeah, sure.
Good, good. All right. Well, here's the deal. I hear that the choir director is trying to stop me from doing something very important in the town square. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, my mom talks about it all the time.
Good, good. So here's what I need you to do. Convince her or some people in the choir to just move that manger a few feet over to the church. It's very important to the town's Christmas celebration. You do that, and I'll make sure you get the money you need.
Exterior, town square, day. Sandra and various members of the choir are protesting by the manger scene.
So if we do this in shifts, no one will be able to move the manger. We just have to stand around it 24/7.
I don't think that's a solid strategy, Mom.
Well, I don't hear you offering anything better.
I'm 13. I should be in math class right now.
Anyone else? You got a better idea? Otherwise, we're signing up for shifts. No one wants that 3 a.m. one. I know.
Evan walks up with flyers.
What's that kid doing out of school?
Probably not a good look when you pulled us all out of school for this.
Is that Nora's son? Oh, he must be joining us.
Evan starts handing out the flyers.
Move the manger or you're in danger. Pass them around and spread the word. Move the manger or you're in danger.
Your mother is at home dying of a terrible case of movie sickness, and you're here trying to fight against her cause?
I'm trying to help her, actually.
How do you figure that?
It's too complicated to explain. Please just move it 20 feet. I need this. She needs this.
How about I call and tell her what you're up to?
Didn't she tell you not to bother her with any choir-related things now that you're in charge?
She did. And you shouldn't have been listening to that. How about I call the police and report this flyer as a threat?
Oh, you know they'll just side with Bacon Ridgely.
You're working for Macon Ridgely?
What, you think I'm doing this just for fun?
I mean, you're 9 years old. I kind of assumed you were. You shouldn't be involving yourself with this business.
Move the manger or you're in danger. Move the manger or you're in danger.
Oh, you can chant. We can chant too. The manger stays and Macon pays. The manger stays and Macon pays. Come on.
We all hate the chanting, Mom.
Well, so will people who are listening. If they hear enough of it, they'll care and they'll let us have our land.
I don't think that'll work.
Tiffany walks over from her store.
See, the people have something to say already.
I'm going to ask this nicely because you have a right to be here, but can you please keep it down? My customers are trying to shop, but they can't hear anything over the chanting. I took a flyer and donated to your cause, but this is a bit much.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was Jesus a bit too much?
What?
You're either with us or against us.
I just want people to be able to shop. Oh, hey, kid. Any luck on the job front?
Yeah, I'm going to get the money I need for my mom.
That's great.
Oh, sure. You're nice to him.
He's 9 years old and trying to help his mom.
You know who he's working for?
Am I the employment police?
Those aren't a thing.
Just please, I'm asking nicely. Keep it down.
Tiffany walks away.
She wants us to keep it down. Well, we'll just get louder.
All of the students walk away, including her daughter. Interior, the Thies home, night. Rob and Sandra are seated at the kitchen table.
Honey, I got a case for you.
What?
A case, you know, you're a lawyer.
Well, yeah, but that's not how it works.
But our rights are being trampled on.
Sexism at the school?
Oh, no, much worse. Macon Ridgely is making us move the manger scene.
So what? It's a manger.
Don't you get it? It's a major human rights violation.
It's not, though.
What if I told you he was employing child labor?
I mean, okay, yes, that would be something. Why didn't you lead with that?
I felt like the manger part was more important.
It wasn't. Look, maybe there's something there with the child labor. That's not the kind of law I do, though. Look, when I get to work tomorrow, case law is just going to be spread out on my desk, waiting for me to stick my dick into it.
What?
Lawyer speak, sorry. What I'm saying is I'm busy. Macon Ridgely is probably going to do what he's going to do anyway. I'm sorry.
I think someone needs to be visited by three ghosts.
What?
Empathetic person speak. Sorry. What I'm saying is you need to learn the true meaning of Christmas.
What? Manger scenes in the town square?
Sandra gets up from the table.
I'll be standing out there all night tonight since no one else is willing.
Why don't you just glue the damn manger to the ground?
That's not a bad idea.
Yes, it is. It's a terrible idea.
Interior, Landon store, night. Sandra has flagged down Tiffany.
Where's the super glue?
Wait, why?
Because I need super glue.
This isn't about that manger nonsense, right?
No, my daughter is working on a, what's the word? Diagram.
Diorama.
That's it. She's making one of those.
I really could have said anything there, couldn't I?
So where is it?
Aisle 5.
Interior, Macon Ridgely's dining room, night. Macon is seated at the table with Evan, Mick, and Rick.
All right, tonight is the night we go for the manger. Evan, you have the plan in place to distract Sandra from the manger scene?
Sure do.
And Mick and Rick, you know your part.
I take the baby, he takes the manger.
I thought he took the manger and I took the baby.
I take the baby, you take the manger. What, did you take a blow to the head or something?
Yes, actually.
Whatever, I don't care. You're only moving it a few feet. We just need to make room.
What about Mary and Joseph and the shepherds and the wise men?
Yeah, we'll take them too.
The angel?
I don't care. Just be sure it's moved when the guard is distracted. Then I come in with the replacement decoration. And Evan, make sure you leave right when your part is done. You have school in the morning.
Exterior, town square, night. The manger scene, a little after midnight. Sandra is finishing up gluing the manger scene to the ground. Evan is watching from a distance with binoculars. Sandra is clearly cold and she calls Rob.
Rob Thies, attorney at law.
Rob, it's after midnight.
I know, but I'm at the office.
What?
I mean, I figured you were going to be doing your manger scene thing, so I might as well head to the office and go to town on this case law.
Oh, okay.
What?
Nothing. It's just, how much longer will you be there?
Well, once the front is done, I'm going to have to flip it over and do the backside. It's going to be a long night.
Well, I was hoping you could bring me some hot chocolate.
Sorry, honey. Case law is calling my name.
Sandra hangs up the phone. Evan has a light bulb moment. Later, Evan walks past the manger scene with a cup of hot chocolate.
Evan, what are you doing up this late?
Free hot chocolate at the Cocoa Pub.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they're about to close for the night and they had some left over.
Wow. I guess I have to head down for a few minutes.
It is pretty cold.
I'm just worried that
What?
you know, those flyers you were handing out yesterday.
What?
You're not planning something, are you?
Just to get this hot chocolate home to my sick, dying mother.
Okay, good. I mean, not the sick, dying mother part. Thanks.
Sandra walks away. Evan pulls a walkie-talkie out of his coat.
The major scene's a go, boys.
Rick and Mick run onto the scene. Evan walks home.
You take the manger, I take the baby.
Whatever.
Mick tries to pull up the manger, but it's stuck.
Drat.
Glued down?
Boiled again.
Rick tries to pick up the other figurines, but they're also glued down.
They're all stuck.
They really care about this manger scene.
Think we should just let them have it?
Not a chance. You grab one side of the manger, I'll grab the other.
All right.
Mick and Rick grab either side of the manger.
On the count of three, we lift. 1, 2, 3.
Nothing.
No, it budged a little. One more. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
They manage to get the manger unstuck from the ground, but the baby Jesus doll catapults into the air to places unknown.
Oh, no.
What? We got it.
I know, but the baby.
So what?
We're moving this over to the church. I don't want to offend anyone's religious beliefs by not having the baby Jesus.
Mick, it's cold, and we have a lot of figures to move. If you think I'm going all over town looking for that silly doll,
Okay, but we have to do something.
let's just get the figures moved first.
Mick and Rick move the Jesusless manger to the front yard of the church. Later, Mick and Rick have just one shepherd figure left to move. A truck pulling a trailer pulls up to the town square. On the trailer, there's something hiding under a sheet. Macon Ridgely steps out of the truck.
Good work, boys. Wait, you missed one.
Boss, you're not going to believe this.
What?
It's stuck.
Macon walks over to the shepherd figure and attempts in vain to pick it up off the ground.
It sure is.
They all were, boss.
We got them all unstuck, but there must have been some extra mustard on this one.
Yeah, or glue.
It's just never mind.
Macon pulls the sheet off the mysterious object on the trailer, revealing that as a large bronze statue of himself.
Nice statue, boss.
Yeah, it is, but we can't put it up there with... I don't know my Bible. Who's that?
Shepherd.
Well, I can't have my huge statue next to a shepherd, can I?
I don't know. You could say it's on purpose. Macon Ridgely, friend to the farmer.
I thought it was a shepherd.
Well, they're close, you know.
Rick begins kicking the shepherd statue.
I don't think that will do any good.
We could run it over with the truck.
Yeah, but I don't want to cause a scene.
You already drove a huge statue of yourself to the town square in the middle of the night.
Interior, Cocoa Pub, night. The Cocoa Pub is closing down when Sandra walks in shivering.
Hi. I was told there was free hot chocolate.
Yeah, sure. We still have some left. You okay? You seem cold.
Yeah, just standing by the manger scene all night to make sure no one moves it.
Except when you break for hot chocolate.
The bartender hands her a mug of hot chocolate.
Well, yeah, but who's going to move it in that time?
A crashing sound is heard right outside the door. Sandra rushes out and sees a comedically flattened shepherd figure lying face down on the pavement.
Oh no! We're down one shepherd! I'll bring the mug back tomorrow.
Sandra runs off, spilling hot chocolate as she goes. Exterior, town square, night. Mick and Rick have moved the statue of Macon into the middle of the square. Sandra's running up to them as they are preparing to leave.
Good job, guys. Glad that's out of the way.
Let's split.
What are you doing?
Something that should have been done a long time ago.
What are you reading from? A book of villain cliches? Where's the manger scene, you monster?
Literally right there.
Macon points to the manger scene now set up at the church.
Sorry about sending the shepherd flying. We'll find him and move him back.
My husband is a lawyer, and you will be hearing from him.
From what I've heard, she don't even hear from him.
Too busy at the office.
Isn't he an environmental lawyer?
He knows other things.
I'll await his call. Until then, the statue stays.
Sandra walks over to the manger scene.
Where's the baby Jesus?
What?
The manger scene is missing the baby Jesus.
Well, we will find it, won't we, boys?
He just went flying, boss.
Mick nudges Rick.
Yes, of course we will, boss.
Good. We're done here. Well, I am. They have to hunt down the Lord first.
Now, boss?
Yes, now!
Well, Sandra went home that night feeling pretty defeated. How could she sleep knowing that the huge statue of Macon Ridgely was overshadowing her manger scene, baby Jesus doll or no baby Jesus doll? Of course, what she didn't know was that the Christmas shoes still had some magic in them yet. Meanwhile, Mick and Rick began their hunt for the baby Jesus.
Exterior, Landon's store, morning. Walt is sweeping the stoop when Mick and Rick walk up.
Excuse us. Got a minute to talk about a missing person?
Of course.
Mick hands him a photo.
You seen this baby?
I don't think so, no.
Went flying out of his manger last night. We're trying to track him down.
Tiffany walks out of the store.
Tiff, these two guys are looking for this baby.
That's a Cabbage Patch doll, Pop.
Yeah, we didn't have a picture of the actual Jesus doll.
I'm sorry, we don't have time for this. It's Christmas Eve and we're about to open.
Interior, Macon Ridgely's house, day. Evan has just come inside and is talking with the housekeeper.
Look, I have to see him now. It's Christmas Eve and I need the money.
Lots of people need money from Macon Ridgely.
No, I did a job for him last night and was promised money today.
Macon walks down the stairs in his robe.
It's fine. Let him come in.
Of course, Mr. Ridgely.
Thank you.
No, thank you. You helped me do something I couldn't do on my own. Now, how much did we agree to?
$54.17.
Right.
Macon pulls out a wad of bills.
Now, of course, you have to kick up 10% to Mick and Rick.
What?
Welcome to Working with Gangsters, kid. I'll just dock and even $5 from the total. Here's 49 and
Macon pulls some change from his pocket.
17.
But I need the money to buy my mom the shoes. She's dying and has to impress Jesus.
Tough business, kid. What can I say? Show him out, please.
Exterior, Main Street Church of God, day. Mick and Rick are walking out of the church carrying a portrait of Jesus.
Doesn't look anything like the baby.
It's better than what we had. Trust me.
Interior, the Brook home, day. Stan is sitting by Nora's bedside when there's a knock on the door. Stan answers it, seeing Mick and Rick on the other side.
Hello?
You seen this man?
Who?
Show him the picture, Mick.
Mick holds up the portrait of Jesus.
Look, we lost the baby Jesus in the manger scene. He went flying somewhere. Rick thought this picture might help.
Evan walks past them and into the house.
I'll be seeing him soon.
Nora notices Evan has walked in.
Oh, no, you didn't hear that.
I know, Mom. The hospital bed in the living room was a giveaway.
Anyway, have you seen him? The doll baby version of him, I mean?
No, I don't think so.
Couldn't you just put another baby in there and say it's Jesus?
Nora!
What? It's Christmas.
Say, that's not a bad idea.
An idea worth $5, perhaps?
Nice try, kid.
Mick and Rick leave.
Well, I have to head out too.
But it's Christmas Eve. You don't still have shopping to do you? What kind of irresponsible person waits until Christmas Eve to do their shopping?
Interior, Rob Thies's office, day. Another lawyer knocks on his door.
Merry Christmas Eve, Rob.
That's today?
Yeah, hope you have your shopping done.
Rob looks at his calendar. On the 24th, all it says is case law.
Damn it.
Interior, the school music room, day. Sandra is talking with the choir, who are standing on risers.
So, a bit of a change of plans for tonight. We were supposed to stand by the manger scene in the town square for the Christmas Eve concert. Sadly, Macon Ridgely has erected a huge statue of himself in town square. Make sure to tell your parents that we'll be having a concert in front of the church instead.
Oh, good. You've given up fighting it?
And afterwards, we'll be going at the statue with pickaxes.
There it is.
I know this isn't the original plan, but neither was me being in charge of the choir, so I'm improvising.
You improvised pickaxes?
Landon's store really does have everything.
A montage of events is shown as Evan unsuccessfully looks for money in gutters. The choir sets up for the concert in front of the church. Mick and Rick buy a baby doll to put in the manger, and Rob rushes out of his office. Exterior, Landon's department store, night. Rob walks up to the store where Walt is sweeping the stoop.
You guys still open?
For about 20 more minutes.
Great.
Hope you don't have a lot of shopping left to do.
Nah, just all of it.
Rob walks inside. Later, Rob gets in the only checkout lane left, behind Evan, who's trying to negotiate with the cashier over the Christmas shoes.
Look, I just need $5 more. Can't you just make it a discount? They'll be on clearance in the new year anyway.
Yes, and you're welcome to wait until then.
But my mom might not make it until then. She has to have these nice shoes for Jesus.
Do you really think he cares?
Rob glares at his watch.
Can I just apply for a store credit card or something?
You're like 9 years old.
Evan starts to walk away.
Hey, kid.
Rob hands Evan $5.
Are you sure?
Of course. Get your mom those shoes.
Great. Now I get to start the transaction all over again.
Thank you, mister. Now I have the best Christmas ever. Well, except for the dying.
Walt walks over to the counter.
You sold the shoes?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, that's great.
This nice man gave me the $5 I didn't have.
You're a hero, Robert.
I'm really not.
You saved our store.
How?
Tiffany, come over here.
Can I just check out? I need to get home.
Tiffany walks over.
Tiffany, Robert just did the most selfless thing in the history of Christmas.
Well, that's a bit generous.
And he's so humble, too. You saved our store. In fact, we'll name the store after him.
No, Pop, we're not naming it Rob T's store.
Yeah, that's okay.
We have to tell the town. I'll announce it at the choir concert.
The choir concert? Oh, no.
Oh, the songs they'll write about you.
Oh, I really hope not. If they wrote a song about this, it would probably be universally agreed to be the worst Christmas song of all time.
Exterior, Main Street Church of God. The choir is just about to begin their concert when Walt rushes in and interrupts.
Oh, hold on. Something has happened that needs to be shared.
That's great, Walt, but we have a choir concert to do here. They've been practicing for months.
Well, you'll be happy to hear this because it's about your husband. He just saved Christmas for a little boy.
Anyone but his own family.
He gave the kid $5 to buy some shoes.
Wait, that's it?
It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
You haven't seen much, have you? Now let's begin our concert here.
They're holding an event in Rob's honor at the Cocoa Pub. Let's head over, everyone. He's already there.
Oh, come on.
Tiffany walks over.
Pop, get back to work. It's Christmas Eve.
People begin to leave.
It's okay. It's okay. We're going to do this concert anyway.
The choir members leave as well.
Or I guess we aren't.
Interior, Cocoa Pub, night. People start piling into the Cocoa Pub. Somehow there are already framed pictures of Rob, who is seated at the bar.
Come on in. We've got enough for everyone.
Oh, I wasn't expecting this.
Sandra tries to walk over to him, but the bar is too packed, so she simply sits down at the other end of the bar instead. The bartender slides her a hot chocolate. A few minutes later, a young woman sits down next to her.
What a night.
You're telling me.
You're Sandra?
Yeah. Not that it seems to matter right now.
Your husband is a wonderful man.
That's what they tell me.
My name's Casey Law. My friends call me Case.
Honey, I've got case law sitting on my desk just waiting to be done. Sorry, I've got all this case law spread out on my desk in front of me, and I can't walk away. I might as well head to the office and go to town on this case law. Case law is just going to spread out on my desk, waiting for me to stick my dick into it.
Sandra drops her mug onto the floor in shock, shattering it. Interior, the Brook home, night. Evan, Stan, and Nora are opening their Christmas gifts.
It has been a tough year, but we have a lot to be thankful for.
Do we, though?
We do. Evan, Nora, why don't you give each other your gifts?
Evan and Nora hand each other their gifts. Nora unwraps hers first.
Oh, they're lovely, but what am I supposed to do with shoes?
I thought you could dance for Jesus in them.
Honey, I'm so sorry, but I sold my dance floor to buy you your gift.
Evan opens his gift.
It's a new book to hold your baseball card collection.
You're not going to believe this.
Oh no.
I sold my baseball card collection to buy you those shoes.
Stan hands them both their gifts.
And I got you both O. Henry candy bars. How perfect.
Interior Bacon Ridgely's home. Bacon is sitting at the table with Mick and Rick.
So you put the baby back in the manger scene.
Yes, sir, boss.
Definitely the same baby.
Mick nudges Rick.
Up for some Christmas dinner, boss?
No, I gotta get to sleep. Those ghosts visit me earlier every year.
Interior Cocoa Pub. Night. The party for Rob is going well into the night. Sandra's still sitting at the end of the bar, despondent, when a surprise guest shows up.
Kirk!
Kirk Cameron walks into the pub. The bartender slides him 3 hot chocolates.
Thank you, everyone. That's actually just one person I'm here to see.
Kirk sits down at the bar next to Sandra.
Sandra Thies.
That's me. Yeah. You're probably here to see my husband.
No. I'm here to see you.
Really?
I got word of what you did with that manger scene, and I'm here to talk to you about the Saving Christmas initiative.
Well, those Christmas shoes made sure things worked out okay in the end. While Macon Ridgely slept, Kirk and Sandra took pickaxes and gradually destroyed his statue. Rob was a town hero. Landon's department store stayed in business because everyone wanted to hear the story of Rob's heroic retail transaction. Those shoes, well, I'm not really sure what they played a part in, but I'm sure it was magical. Next Christmas, I'm sure they'll end up in the lucky hands of the family that needs the Christmas miracle most.
Interior Landon's department store. Evan is at the customer service desk where Tiffany is waiting on him.
Sorry, kid. You can't return these shoes because Jesus said they were ugly.
Look, when I get to work tomorrow, case law is just going to be spread out on my desk, waiting for me to I'm sorry, I'm having trouble.
You are
Waiting for me to stick my dick into it.
What?